want to tell you guys who's the biggest sleeper team in the Big 12 going into this upcoming college football season, man. And everybody hates this team with all their hearts and guts, and they don't even think this could be a 6-win team. Colorado is the most slept-on team in the Big 12 this year. This is easily the most talented team in this conference. I get that everybody's high on Utah and Kansas State, but from a talent standpoint, based on what Colorado has brought in from the portal and via recruiting, they're talented enough that they can win this conference. And I'm tired of people making it seem like the Big 12 is the SEC or the Big 10. Who the fuck in this conference is as good as what Georgia or even Oregon was last year? Nobody. There's not a single game that Colorado plays on this schedule that they shouldn't be able to win. And I know I said that last year, but I'm saying it again this year, and I fully stand on that statement. You don't have an Oregon this year. A lot of these teams in the Big 12 are kind of in the same tier as what Colorado is in terms of their volatility this year. They could be a 10-win team or they could be a 5-win team. I don't think the talent discrepancy between Colorado and the rest of the Big 12 is what people think that it is. This conference doesn't have a lot of big and great offensive line play. Same thing can be said for the defensive line play as well. Colorado, on the other hand, though, you know what Deion Sanders did to prepare for the Big 12 and to give him a slight advantage in this conference? He got those dogs in the trenches. And you remember what Deion told you last year. He said that we're only a few dogs away from being where we want to be. Well, he got that. You bring in multiple guys from the portal who were starters at several Power 5 programs last year and G5 as well. You also got Jordan Seaton, who was the number 1 offensive tackle from this past year's recruiting cycle. This is going to be a vastly improved offensive line from what we saw out of this squad last year. This was the worst offensive line in the nation, and it wasn't even close. If you go back and you watch their game against UCLA, oh my God, it was a bloodbath. Deion Sanders dropped back, instantly sacked nearly every play. I mean, this dude only had about, 2-3 seconds to throw the football? But yet, despite how bad the offensive line was, he still managed to post one of the best touchdown interception ratios in college football, 27-3, with really good accuracy and ball placement. And you got this man throwing to not just Travis Hunter, but you got him throwing to LaJohntay Western, who I saw play in person because he was at FAU the last couple of years that I was going there before I graduated, right? Not only do you have him, but you got a really good transfer out of Vanderbilt. You got Amarion Miller, who's going into his second season. That's the true freshman number 14 at wideout that was going off against USC. And then for some reason, he just disappeared into the wind. This defense, with how improved their pass rush is going to be, they got a new DC in there. You're hoping that this secondary can step up. There's no reason why Colorado can't win the Big 12 this year. And this is my pick to win this conference this year. And this, in a lot of people's eyes, every time I tell them that, man, I got Colorado winning the Big 12, they said, JT, that may be the boldest prediction that I've ever heard. I don't think it's that bold. I don't get why you guys feel it is. Because the Big 12 is not that good. There's only one team that you can look at and say, oh yeah, I know they're at least going to be a 10-win team. And that's Utah. But if Deion Sanders doesn't end up being a blockhead head coach and he actually turns out to be a really good head coach, with the talent Colorado has going into this season, it's not far-fetched to see them winning the Big 12 conference. I mean, this is not a great conference. In terms of quality and having great games, yeah, this is a fun conference to watch because this is a conference that's going to cannibalize itself with how, you know, the small discrepancy and the talent gap is between most of these teams. But if Colorado and Coach Prime end up delivering based off what they have, yeah, they can win this conference and they can make it into the college football playoffs too. When you got two of the best players in the nation on your team alone, that gives you an advantage. Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders in a conference like this. Nobody else has players that can rival the talent that Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders have. There is a big gap between Shedeur and the rest of the quarterbacks in this conference. I get that Cam Rising is really good. Same thing with Noah Fafita. I love him a lot. But it's pretty clear that Shedeur not only is the best QB in the Big 12, but he's the best QB in college football, along with Travis Hunter, who is the best overall player in college football. And you couple that with what Colorado has brought in from the portal, the small tidbits that they've done in recruiting. You got some really good players out of high school. I mean, Colorado winning the Big 12, to me, I definitely see it happening. And I'm really surprised that so many people are sleeping on the Buffs going into year 2 under Coach Prime. I'm going to say it one last time. Colorado isn't coming anymore. This season, they're going to be here. And they're about to kick the mother effing door down, man. I love how everybody's sleeping on Colorado. It's going to be so fun to watch the Colorado haters in shambles when they actually end up being a great team. Are they going to win the national championship? Absolutely not. But they definitely are going to win the Big 12 this year. I really don't see how they don't. I'm more surprised that everybody just seems they're going to be a 6-7 win team than actually realizing what this team is actually capable of being able to do. But keep sleeping and drinking that Colorado Haterade all you want to. You're probably going to need some more of it to help you get through this season, because Colorado, like Coach Prime said, he ain't come to win no 5 games. He came to win, and I believe that's exactly what they're going to do this year.